Ricochet has become a completely different, much better wrestler since joining AEW. He's now showing the talent everyone knew he had, proving AEW was the right place for him all along. Remember the doubts about his mic skills and fan connection during his WWE run? Consider them officially silenced. He's not just good, he's appointment viewing. So what's the secret to this stunning resurgence? Well, I believe this has nothing to do with Ricochet per se, but it has everything to do with him being in the right place at the right time. If you go back to when he was in WWE, Ricochet was never a creative priority for the company. While Ricochet possesses incredible athleticism and in-ring ability, his time in WWE was marked by a lack of consistent creative direction. He was often used as a means to showcase exciting matches, but rarely given substantial storylines or character development. This wasn't necessarily a reflection of his abilities, but rather a consequence of how he was prioritized, or more accurately, not prioritized, within the WWE system. In WWE, especially during Vince McMahon's era, certain types of performers were often favored over others. High-flying, smaller wrestlers like Ricochet often found themselves lower on the creative totem pole compared to larger, more traditionally main event-style performers. Even under Triple H, while there was a perceived shift in creative focus, Ricochet still struggled to break through that mid-card ceiling. He was never truly given the chance to shine. He'd have impressive matches, but rarely were those matches connected to meaningful storylines. He wasn't given compelling feuds or opportunities to develop a deeper character. He got pigeonholed as a spot monkey, a wrestler whose primary contribution is performing spectacular moves. One of the criticisms leveled against Ricochet in WWE was his perceived weakness in promos and character development. However, this is arguably a self-fulfilling prophecy. If a performer isn't given the opportunity to develop their character through meaningful storylines and promos, they're unlikely to improve in those areas. WWE rarely gave Ricochet that chance, and he felt it.
What was the deciding factor? What was the final thing where you're like, I'm not re-signing with WWE because?
Again, I think it was just I got to thinking like, okay, what will I be doing? Where will I be in like 3 years? And after that, where will I be? And again, anything can happen. You don't know what you don't know the circumstances, but you just kind of have to play from your experiences. And just from my personal experiences and what I feel like Ricochet has been put through, I felt like I was starting over with the Braun Breakers and the Ilias and the Carmelos and the new guys just coming in. Like, I feel like Ricochet was with those guys coming back in. It's like, man, I've already been here for 5 or 6 years. Like, I want to be doing something else, you know? I felt like that fire that was burning inside of me was like still there, but it was just like little embers. At the time, I felt like AEW could be that gasoline for my fire. And since being there, I feel like I made the right choice.
It's undeniable Ricochet made the right call. He's barely been in AEW for a few weeks, yet he already feels more impactful and captivating than he ever did during his entire WWE tenure. Ever since turning heel, his interviews are now compelling, his words carry weight, and he exudes a newfound sense of importance. It's not just that he's saying different things, it's how he's saying them, with a confidence and conviction that was absent before. It's as if he always possessed this potential, but was never given the right environment or opportunity to showcase it. The heel turn has allowed Ricochet to tap into a different side of his personality. He's no longer confined to being the smiling, high-flying babyface. He's now allowed to be more aggressive, more cunning, and more self-serving. It's likely that AEW's creative environment has given Ricochet more freedom to express himself and develop his character. He's probably working with writers and producers who understand his strengths and are helping him to craft compelling narratives. This creative freedom has boosted his confidence, which translates into more engaging performances. In WWE, Ricochet's voice was often lost in the shuffle. In AEW, he's been given a platform to be heard, he's been given the mic, and he's finally able to show the world what he's capable of. Sometimes a wrestler just needs to find the right fit. AEW's style and culture seem to be a better match for Ricochet's abilities and personality. He's surrounded by performers who complement his style, and he's working in an environment that seems to value his contributions. Ricochet's AEW start is promising, but his tenure is young. AEW must maintain his momentum with consistent effort and strategic planning. They need to keep developing his character, exploring his motivations, and balancing his athleticism with strong character work and promo skills. He needs to be a well-rounded performer, not just a high flyer.